my videos. This one is for Great Minds or Eureka Math, Module 2, Lesson 4, Problem Set. We talked about in the lesson how you can divide fractions by fractions, and you can do this successfully if you learn how to multiply by the reciprocal correctly and multiply and reduce the answer if you need to. Reduce and simplify it. And when we say multiply by the reciprocal correctly, it means we're multiplying by the reciprocal of the divisor, the fraction we are dividing by. And that's the key. We did talk about the idea of keep it, change it, flip it, which means we keep the first one, change the sign to multiplication, and flip the second fraction. So as you go through that, that's just a little saying to help you remember it. But I want you to really realize what you're doing is you're multiplying by the reciprocal. In the last 3 videos, we've kind of talked about why that works, but we're just going to practice it. This is just a problem set we're working on here. So let's go ahead this first one. So we have 8/9 divided by 4/9. Now there are other ways to do these, and if you know another method besides this way, as long as you're getting the correct answer, you're okay. But I'm just going to stick with the multiplying by the reciprocal. Okay. So again, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. So to do that, again, we keep the first fraction, which is 8/9, and we change it to multiplication, and we flip the second fraction to 9/4. So keep it. Notice that first fraction does not change. Change the sign to multiplication, so keep it, change it, and flip the second fraction. And then we perform our multiplication. Multiply just goes straight across. Then with that one, we need to simplify it. I don't know what goes into 72 and 36 for sure. One thing I know they're both even. So I know we can divide them both by 9 in this case. We could have also divided them both by 2. Or whatever we know goes into them. A lot of times I'll start with 2. In this case, when I set up the example, I realized that 9 went into both of them. But notice they're still both even, aren't they? So that means 2 will go into both those. So we divide them both by 4 will actually go into both of them. We could just need to find something until we get down. In this case, it goes clear down to 2. And if you know that 36 goes into 72 twice, you can just divide them both by 36 and realize your answer is 2. However you do it, make sure you work those out and simplify them all of the way. Okay, so again, our main thing is we keep the first fraction, change to multiplication, and flip the second fraction. And again, if you know other methods, there's other ways to do this. Just make sure you're getting the correct answer, okay? And simplify it down. Okay, so our next one, I think I have these next ones just all in here. So again, we keep the first one, flip the second one, multiply those across. We get 90/40. Then we have 10 goes into both those, so we divide them both by 10. And we end up with 9/4, which is a simplified fraction. You could write it down as a mixed number if you wanted to, but I'm okay with leaving it as a improper fraction unless you are asked to write it as a mixed number. So just check the directions all the time. So let's look at this next one here. So we end up with 3/5. So we start out with 3/5 divided by 1/3. So that is 3/5 now times 3/1. Then we just multiply straight across. We end up with 9/5. There's no common factors in 9 and 5, so that one is simplified. And so our last one here, same way, we start with 3/4 divided by 1/5, so we end up with 3/4 times 5/1. Again, multiplying by that reciprocal. We end up with 15/4, and we can just leave it at that because it does not simplify down. Unless, always be careful, make sure you read the directions. If it does ask you to go down to a mixed number, sometimes it will. Do that. All right, so there's, you can check those out. Again, with these videos, I encourage you to pause them and try them first. But if you need any help, let me know. If this doesn't answer your questions, you still have questions, make sure you let me know. Good luck and have a good day. Bye.